It's me, Breon. We've discussed this countless times. You should be used to this by now. Like, come on. All right, come on in. Have a seat, children. I'm gonna tell you a little something. The point of this video is I wanted to talk about fear. And I really hope that this video inspires somebody out there today, because a lot of us live in fear and a lot of us don't realize that we do live in fear. So recent events in my own personal life have inspired me to just go ahead and share some details here with everyone else. So right now, I'm on the brink of making a big decision in my life. I've been working at my current job for 2 years now, over 2 years. It'll be another year in October of this year. So yeah, but I say that to say I'm a person who is a lion. Let's just say I'm a lion. And right now, I'm in a situation in my life where there's a lion and he is literally in the ocean. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? What I mean is, lions don't belong in the ocean. Lions belong in the jungle. A fish doesn't belong in the jungle. They belong in the ocean. So I am a lion because I like lions. Lions are powerful. So why not compare myself to something that's powerful? I'm a lion in an ocean. So meaning I'm doing something that doesn't really correspond to who I am. I might as well be a plumber that's trying to be a ballerina. Follow me? Are you following me? Just follow me. It'll make sense in the end, I promise. So why have I done something that really isn't my element for over 2 years now? What's up with that? Well, I've had fallen into being complacent in my life. A lot of us are complacent in our lives because of security. You know, I have a job that pays the bills. You know, some of us may have children. I don't have any children, but if you do, it's like, okay, I have children that I got to tend to, you know, so much responsibility on my hands. And I may have dreams, but I have to put those dreams on hold because I have responsibility. And I can't be doing risque type of shit and these days in this type of climate. And I have other lives I'm looking out for and things like that. So you begin to get very complacent and you get really comfortable in your situation and in your life. And when I say comfortable, I use that word very lightly because some people are in a comfort zone, but they're really, really not happy. And that little bit of unhappiness will cause you to have some form of discomfort. So it's not always necessarily comfortable, but there's comfortable in some sort of extent where you're just like, you know what? Look, I may not be where I want to be. I don't like this situation at all, but at least this is covered, that's covered, that's covered. So I'll just settle for that until the end. I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all. It's not fun. It's horrible to live your life like that. Now, we all have different purposes and different paths. And if you feel like where you are connects with you and it's where you want to be, then you know you're doing the right thing. But for a lot of other us that made sense, you know, we are in situations that really just does not correspond to who you are at all. And you're complacent and you won't step out. You won't make a choice or do any type of change in your life because you are afraid of the what ifs. What if this happens? You know, let's say I'm by myself and I do have a job that I don't like, but I have dreams, I have goals, I have inspirations and things that I want to do. Well, if I just step out, what's going to happen? What if I lose my job? Wait, that's the whole point. We're going to lose the job. But what if I can't find another job? You know, what if, because I'm on a car note, what if I can't pay my car note? And I'm using my own self for an example. And you have to ask yourself these questions. You really do. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. The type of job that I have, just a little bit of background. I do have a college degree. I have a degree in theater arts. Am I using my degree at this time? No. Should I be using my degree at this time? Possibly yes, because, I'm sitting in debt with student loans, so why not? But I'm not using my degree. However, the job that I have right now, this is probably the highest paying job that I've ever had that does not require me to have a degree. And even with this being the highest paying job I've ever had, it's still not with the degree that I could have if I was like a teacher or something like that. So I'm not even making like top dollar. However, I'm very good with my finances. Very, very good with my finances. So, you would think that I have a high paying job because I know how to save my money, and I also know how to, budget. I'm just really good at it. So I really can't tell the difference, honestly. Like sometimes I feel like I do have a $50,000, $60,000, $1,000 type of job just based on my habits when it comes down to money. But that's besides the point. But that's just what it is. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like my mindset is big, like goal. What I want to do is I want to create a comic book. That's been my biggest dream. And I've always been involved in the arts and entertainment. It's always been, there's something about it. I just thrive. I come alive. I feel like I'm a lion in the jungle when I'm in that element. And that's just my goal. And you have to think big. You have to set the bar high for yourself. And for me, I set it astronomically high. But, not so high that it's not attainable, but astronomically high from just all the basic shit that I've tolerated and settled with in my life. So, yes, I believe it's possible that I can become a millionaire. Yes. I'm not focused on, oh my God, I got all these student loans. I'm just that person. Call me naive, call me ignorant, but I believe that I have the ability to make so much money that I can pay off the student loans like that. My car note, I feel like I could pay it off like that. Whenever I just do what I'm supposed to do, all that other stuff will come. So I'm not focused on that because we only get one life, and you can be spending so much time talking about I'm working on this just to get an opportunity to work on what you really want to work on, when you should just be focused on what it is that you really want to do. No, let me finish this, or let me do school first and then I'll do that. No, you can do it now because you're not promised tomorrow. So we have to kind of develop that sense of urgency and that sense of alignment with thyself. So that's just kind of where I am at this point of time in my life. And I was getting to a good point and then I lost my train of thought. So I'm going to see how I can roll it around. But just going back to the whole fear, situation, I've been very, very complacent for a very long time. And it just, when you feel like when you're meant for something greater, it won't let you rest. You won't rest. And I'm at this point in time in my life with this job that, yes, there's benefits. Yes, it pays okay for a single person with no kids. It's great. Car note, all right. Finally got a decent car. There's been many blessings with this job. And I won't sit here and complain about it because I have in the past, but I learned to be appreciative of it because it has done so much for me. It has. But now, that person has grown up and it is time to leave the nest. Okay? And that's the thing. It's time to leave the nest. Well, how? How do I make that step and I just be okay? Well, I don't know what your source of power is, but my source is God. That's my all-time source. And for many years, because I've challenged my own faith and my own belief system, and I realized that for a great period of time of my life, probably about a good 4.5 years, I felt empty because I decided once upon a time I was going to just try to figure out my own way and find out why I even believe in what I believe in. And I realized that, man, I need God. I cannot live through this life without God. And that's what helped me from not quitting my job cold turkey about 3 weeks ago. I almost just dropped the whole entire ball because of my feelings and emotions, which that I'm going to get to a whole situation with that. But I just wanted to say this portion, God helped me. He got me through. And that one morning, because I was really sick and I just was on my last leg, I just could not take it anymore. And that same morning, I heard a voice within me, not an audible voice or anything like that, not to freak anybody else out there, but I felt it. I felt it in a feeling energy type of way, and it was like, don't do it, not yet, not yet. Be smart, my friend. And so I decided to stay with it, and I've been in a good mood, from that point on. That dread of, oh my gosh, I hate this job, I hate these people, I hate people in general now because of this job, blah, 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 blah. I've learned to have a new attitude about it. However, I'm still feeling like I'm at my peak. It's time to move on. That's where I'm at. And no matter what I do, that feeling has not changed. I feel like, okay, it's time to move on. You've done your part. You've done enough. It's time to move forward. So my next thing that I want to talk about, with that being said, let's just stamp God in the background, whoever you believe in. I'm God over here. Is feelings. That's another thing. A lot of us are led by our emotions, and that is one of the most toxic and deadliest situations that you can embrace so much of. And all of us fall into that category of allowing our feelings and our emotions to really drive our life or be the driving force for our lives. I mean, just think about it. There are people that are in jail. Life was going good, but now they're in jail because they allowed their emotions to get the best out of them. And now look at where they are. Our emotions are so fickle. You can't trust your feelings at all. You can't. And the trick is, and the trap of emotions is, because we have been accustomed to our emotions for so many years, we are conditioned. And so whenever you feel an emotion or feeling that you don't like, you have this programming in yourself to respond to that feeling. Whether it's, I don't feel like doing this, I just want to do something else that's going to make me feel good, whether that's eating some ice cream or watching some TV when I know I could be doing what I want to do or I need to be doing, or not cleaning up because I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. And what I've learned, which woke me up before quitting my job, because I was going to quit my job based on how I felt. I just felt miserable. I felt miserable. I was going through a lot of emotional baggage, mental baggage, and just all these different things that were just getting in the way. And then on top of that, I got really, 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 really sick. So I had all of this hitting me at one time, and I'm having to get and go to work and deal with all these Karens. I'm not gonna tell you the type of job I do, but I deal with Karens on a regular basis, just so you know. Okay, it's crazy. But I was gonna give up because based on how I felt, and I did not think I was gonna be able to do it. But I'm telling you, it was God. There was no other logical way for me to have gotten over that if it had it not been for God. And what was told to me that night, because I listened to a sermon before I went to bed, and it talked about feelings. And we can't go based on our feelings. We have to go by what we know. And if you don't have an identity, then you will go wherever the wind blows. That was very poetic. We're going to keep that. And that's just true. You're going to go wherever the wind blows. Why? Because you don't have any grounding. What's your grounding? That's what we need to know. That's what you need to know. That's what I need to know. What is your grounding? What keeps you stable? If you don't have that, then again, you're just going to go on whatever direction, whatever feelings you feel, you're just going to do it. And that is so undisciplined. You will never get the things that you deserve to have by having that type of mentality. You have to go by what you know. And for me, I know that I am a child of God. And I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's my thing. So with that being said, that's all I need to know. So I don't care if I feel less than today, or I don't feel confident, or I don't feel strong. I can just simply say, you know what? I am confident, I'm strong in God. God, you lead the way. I'm just going to do what I do. You lead the way. And you just act. That's it. You're just doing action. And let God, or whoever your source is, be the grounding level for you. You stop trying to put all that effort and that stress on yourself. You're just a human being. Rest on God. Allow God to be your source. And just rest on Him. That's it. That's all you're required to do. And everything else will work out. It worked out for me. It literally worked out for me. I'm telling you, I went on a leave of absence for a whole month. That's how toxic my situation was mentally and emotionally. I was depressed. I had to try to speak with a psychiatrist situation, well, nurse practitioner who tried to prescribe me with medication, which really fucked me up later, but I just kind of left that alone. But that's how serious it was for me. So how can someone like that had gone to a point where he was losing his mind, was gonna get ready to quit his job cold turkey, no resources, no backup? What the fuck am I gonna do? And I just said, you know what? I can't take it no more. God. And then God was like, you know what? You're gonna be all right. Rest on me. Thank you for acknowledging me finally after all these years. And everything was good. I was great. So that's my encouragement to anybody else out there who is really, really trying to step out. Trust God and don't lean on your emotions. Your emotions will get you so much in trouble. Go by what you know. And if you don't know, then you need to know. And you need to find out what you are and who you are, what you stand for, and let that be your stamp. Stamp it down on the ground and leave it there and stand on that. If you know that you are a stone within the storms and the hurricanes, and you are the stone that's so solid and so heavy that wind can't blow you away, then that is your identity, and you walk on that. Choose an identity that's going to edify you to get to the places that you want to go. And for that, for me, it's God, so that's all I got to stand on. Don't allow your emotions to run your life, because your emotions will think 1,000 things in under a minute. 1 second you're happy, 1 second you're mad, 1 second you're sad, you're crying. You hate this person, now you love this person. You're just going crazy, going insane. You need to go into an insane asylum. You're so cuckoo. So that's all I have to say about it. I know this video is very, very long. And like I said, I really hope that this video inspires someone out there who really needed to hear this, because it inspired me. And I plan to do more inspirational videos, because we got to get it together. Okay, we need to get it together. And I'm tired of just not seeing results in my life because of my own setbacks. So it's time to stop playing games. All right. So my name is Breon. Like, share, subscribe to my channel or whatever, and let's build a community together and help each other out. Let's be there for one another. Let's talk. Whatever we got to do, let's do it together. All right. My name is Breon. Deuces. See you next time.